Hey folks, it is February and I am very sad. I don't want to get into all the details yet. Let's just say Phoenix is missing right now and has been since that awful night I shared footage of at the end of January. I'll give you more details later. I'm not ready to talk about it yet. I did buy this other property here, and I've marked out the area that I'm going to turn into a field. I've got the plow back there on the tractor. I'm going to hop into a time lapse real quick and just get the plow going. I don't really want to talk a lot right now. I did move the drive over a little bit because the area where I used to come in was right here, and you can see it's sort of between these two dips, and sometimes I would hit this dip and go flying. It was kind of a steep bump there too, so I moved the gravel over to here and made a little drive. I also graveled the area around the greenhouses where I drive the TLX because it was churning up a lot of mud when I was loading up in February. In January. It started raining, so I just graveled these areas here, give me a little more of a surface to work on without making a big mess. So I'm still making farming progress. That's still happening. I have a lot of thinking going on, some things to share with you, but I'm not really ready to do a lot of talking yet. So let's hop into this tractor and just get going with the plowing. Okay, we're back. It's been a few weeks since I recorded that earlier video with me plowing that new field and liming it. I am a little bit more ready to talk about what happened. It's been a lot to... I don't even want to look over there because of the doghouse. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's start at the beginning. Or at the end. You kind of see I've made a circle of all of my equipment around my tent to try to make it, you know, a little bit easier, more difficult rather, for anything to get over here. Whatever was outside of my tent in that video was big. I could hear its footsteps on the dirt, and that sound, I will never forget that sound as long as I live. That was horrifying. And then Phoenix was just barking it off. I can't even... Yeah, let's get in the truck and drive. Paul has a little task for me to do. Paul from the Department of Public Works. So I'll talk to you as I go. So Phoenix barked, and I don't know if the bark chased off whatever it was, or if Phoenix got spooked and took off running, and whatever it was chased him. I couldn't see anything when I got out of the tent. I turned on the light. It was probably not my smartest moment. I think if it had been a horror movie, I would have been the character who got eaten just then. And I couldn't see what it was. I called Phoenix. I couldn't get him to come. I took off and jumped in my truck cab. And I drove around the oasis a little bit with the lights on. I couldn't see anything. And then I decided I probably should just get out of here. So I drove into the main gate. And they let me in. It was, in fact, an alert. The city was on lockdown. I never got the notification out here. So now I know when alerts happen, I won't find out about them. I gotta have some other way of dealing with this. The whole point of me being out here, of the lottery, was for the Board of Agriculture to show people that it's safe. It's time. We could go outside of the city walls again. We can make use of all this empty land out here and start growing more food to grow our population, because our population is growing, whether we have food for it or not. The rationing the last few years has been hard for a lot of people to deal with. Or just, yeah. Always where I happen to be. So I don't know what the Board of Agriculture was thinking. If it was a big joke to send me out here. If they didn't know that it wasn't actually safe. Maybe they really think it is. I have talked to Kate, my sponsor, and she hasn't really had any insights to give me. I don't know what to think. That whole day, Leo was like always right there. He was doing all these extra passes. I never saw him near the farm as often as he was, and when I was in the city, I saw him over the city. And later in the day, I saw a lot of Frontier Security cars heading in toward town. And then some black vans, which was really freaky. Oh, I guess I should tell you. The task I'm doing for Paul at Department of Public Works today is trash patrol. I guess they have a shortage right now of personnel. And so he's asked me to go around and pick up all these trash bags that people left out and take them to the recycling center. So, not every task for the Department of Public Works can be a big money-making job like all the sand clearing out there. I think the main reason I got that was because I was already out there. Kind of a cut your losses sort of thing. But when folks who live in the city can do the task, why pay me to do it? So this one's not going to pay nearly as well as all the sand removal did. But, it's kind of a gateway task, if you will, before I can do something else for them that maybe pay better. He said he does have something in mind, and he was pretty good to me with the sand pickup, so I believe him. I'll just do this now. It's still money. It needs to be done. Really? Frontier Security Station? Sure, I'll pick up your trash. I mean, I kind of just want to tear open this bag and pour it all over their front porch, but that wouldn't go well. Do they have anything here at the gas station? I don't see any. Paul told me some of the businesses will have some too, so I have to go up some of the back alleys to check for them. And I guess this will be an opportunity for you to see more of the farm belt. All you city folks who never leave the gates. Let's go ahead and head on up here first. So yeah, there was something going on that night. There was an alert. I don't know what was out there. Nobody at Frontier Security will talk to me about it. I obviously don't have high enough clearance to get the information from them about whatever it was. I don't even want to know, honestly. I don't. But just the idea that I'm out there trying to get you all to think, oh, it's safe, is just a joke. I hate it. Guess I better check these houses and see if they've got anything. So yeah, after all that happened, the next day, the alert was lifted. I went back out. I looked around. And didn't see any signs of struggle or, God forbid, any signs of Phoenix having been injured. So I'm still kind of holding on to hope that he got spooked and took off and he'll make his way back at some point. That's what I'm hoping for. I have talked to Leo since then, although not often. Oh, I guess there's like a road here. I've never come this way. Maybe I should just bring my truck around instead of walking through people's lawns. Alright. I'm not super thrilled with Leo right now, let's be honest. If he knew something was about to happen, I mean, I guess he couldn't tell me, but really, if he was my friend, he should have told me. I don't know. I know he's got a security clearance, and he can't talk about things. I mean, I don't think that was safe. I think my life was on the line then. So before, I said I had some ideas about what was going on. And my idea was that there wasn't actually a threat anymore. That maybe once upon a time there had been a threat out in the frontier, and it had been so long, whatever it was long gone. And maybe it was in somebody's best interest for us to keep thinking there was a threat. I don't know who. It all just sort of falls apart when you really talk about it. But I thought maybe it was just a show, that it kept somebody in power who wanted to be in power, and there was nothing real to worry about. It was just, I don't know, made up. A boogeyman. Something to rally around and keep people penned up in the city, and I don't know. I feel silly talking about it now. But then that happened, and obviously now I have a different feeling about it. Whatever was out there was very real, and it wasn't just me. Phoenix freaked out. You heard him barking in the video. And then he disappeared. So there's definitely something. Why are there arcade machines behind the bowling alley? I guess they're trash. I wonder if these could be fixed up. Here we go. So yeah, my idea of what was really happening seems to have been totally wrong. Absolutely wrong. Is that another trash bag? Why are there two of them? That whole hubris of man thing I mentioned a while ago, I think about it a lot when I see Old Town just ruined out there. I don't know, miles from where I live. No wall between me and it. Another one? Why are there three of them? I mean, I get that they produce a lot of trash, but really, put them all in one place. In this case, it was my hubris for thinking I knew better than I don't know who. Whoever designed the wall, our forefathers, frontier security. Maybe the hubris of the Board of Agriculture for thinking it's safe. You know, I'm having other thoughts about that now too, by the way. Maybe the Board of Agriculture knew it wasn't safe. Maybe sending me out there was a way to show everybody it wasn't safe. Maybe this whole elaborate lottery has just been a ruse to reinforce whatever's going on. No, it was real. It was definitely real. I don't know. I'm just having... that's a lot of trash. I'm just gonna bring my truck back here. That's too many for me to carry back and forth. I'm having a lot of crisis of... You know, what do I think? What should I think? So yeah, I've talked to Leo about it just a little bit. Just enough to know there's more he's not talking about. He's not letting on. Which I guess should surprise nobody because he has a security clearance and I don't. Well, that was made abundantly clear. But he has been really feeling very bad about Phoenix. And so, oh God, no. Are you out? Really? I'm just gonna stand there, okay? Please pass. Thanks. He was feeling really bad about Phoenix, and so he's been really offering to help, to take an eye out in the sky, and sorry, it's really loud here. Give me a minute and I'll come back. That's better. I'm on the wrong side to pick that up. So Leo has been offering to help keep an eye out for Phoenix while he's flying patrols. He covers a lot more ground than I do, obviously, and can see whatever is out past inside the walls and outside the walls. So hopefully he'll spot him at some point. And I've talked to the people I know in town, Jenny at the farmer's market, and excuse me, and two of them, really. Can I just slide them under? Cool, I'll get him from the other side. Jenny at the farmer's market, and I called Estelle over at Ravenwood, and even Walter, that farmer I did the one contract for. I've talked to Estelle a couple times now, but Walter I talked to just once. But like everybody who I've met out here so far, just to tell them to keep an eye out for Phoenix. I've been sharing photos and descriptions. So I've got a bunch of people looking for him, and hopefully somebody will find him and let me know, and then I can go wherever he is and pick him up. Or maybe somebody can bring him to me. Either way. Gosh darn it, Leo. I have definitely wondered if he was around so often that day because he knew something was going to happen. Was he trying to keep an eye out for me? Was he trying to keep an eye on whatever it was that was out there that night? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I have no idea. I still think it's weird that he's been around as often as he has. I don't know if he's my friend or if that whole thing was a ruse to... Nothing to see here, officer. Just picking up some trash. Well, how do the public works people do it? Sorry. I just gotta pick up this trash. How do I get in back here? Oh, maybe I'll just... Oh no, there's a bunch. Alright. I guess I have to go around here. Okay. That's probably enough of my rambling and enough of watching me pick up trash. You don't really want to see me driving around the city picking up garbage, do you? Ah, yeah. District 8. Oh, I guess I can go in here. A lot of people around. Okay, let's end the recording for now. I'll come back in. My house is going to be built soon, so that's nice. I'll have real walls. Now I understand why Leo was so insistent about those. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, one more thing. Check this out. I was back here for checking for trash. I don't really want to say where I am. I noticed these pieces of metal, these stacks of metal like they had over at the dealer where they were needing help with the recycling. So I walked over here to check and see if there was anything in this corner, since they've got the recycling container. I found this. Aliens exist. 1 am in the old town? Now there's a lot of graffiti around town, and I generally don't think much about it. Aliens exist. Old Town is really not far from where I live now. And yes, I know that's not what it's named, it's just colloquially what we call it, the Old Town. Old Town. We don't say its name anymore. On purpose. This is just graffiti, right? Well, picking up trash. I just finished my last run into the city with the goods I have to sell this month. I sold the rest of my cabbages, carrots, and watermelons, and my busy little bees had given me about 4,500 liters of honey that I was able to sell. So I made some money there, which is great because I spent it on my new house. So I'm heading back to the farm, and I will show you my new house. I was very happy to get rid of the tent. But for a lot of reasons, I'm not happy with the tent right now. Yeah, so it's getting toward the end of February, and we are just about ready to start planting in March, which I'm very excited about. Don't have any equipment. I'm going to have to rent it, but we'll get there. Let's just drive on around. I don't really want to walk that far in the dark if I don't have to. It's not dark yet, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely paranoid now. Check it out. It's my house. Let's hop out of here. So yeah, this is it. Home sweet home. It's well, you know, it's not fancy. I managed to get some good deals on some reclaimed wood and some sort of used doors. The glass is brand new though, and it's beautiful. I've got the foundation down below with the fancy shelter underneath. Still some supplies around. Got some firewood. I've got a nice little wood stove in there to help in the winter. I've got a well here so that I don't have to take my water directly from the oasis anymore, because sometimes I would bathe in there or the dog would swim in there. Kate at the Board of Agriculture got me this little lawnmower, which I think is kind of a joke. Like, there's not much of a lawn here. There's this scrub grass, which I don't intend to mow because I want the flowers to keep my bees happy until I have crops. But, you know, whatever. I guess it was nice for her. So, yeah. Home sweet home. Nice to have some walls. Definitely nice to have some walls. See you next month, y'all. Ta-ta for now.